Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Beauty of Boxing. I'm here today with Jesus Ramos Jr. He's a professional fighter out of Casa Grande, Arizona,
Yeah, correct. Casa Grande, Arizona.
and you're 15 and 0,
15 and 0, yeah.
14 knockouts.
14.
What happened
14.
to that one? I'm just kidding.
And then, I know, man.
What happened here? We were on a roll. I'm just kidding.
We
But
were.
that fight went all full rounds, right?
Yeah, it was just a 4 rounder. I think that was the problem. It was only 4 rounds against a
That's
tough
so
guy.
hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard in 4 rounds to actually, like, find your guys' place, unless you're like you and just knock them out in, like, a round or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have 2 knockouts. One is 88 seconds and one is 84 seconds.
Yeah, real fast.
That's pretty quick. I'm pretty sure that's, like, I think I take about 2 hours of doing my makeup to get ready for interviews and for fights. For getting ready for a fight, just to go to a fight, it takes me about, 2 or 3 hours to get ready, and then
Yeah,
you knock me out in 84 seconds.
yeah, no
But
good.
you guys don't get paid for overtime, right?
Correct. That's the
Correct.
correct answer.
So, how old are you? I know we're
I'm only
young.
19, 19
Nice.
years old.
How did you start boxing? Or what got you into boxing? Besides I know your family is, but you personally, like, what did you I know it's been around your life, growing
Yeah,
up.
yeah, like you said, it's been around me growing up, but I don't know, I always liked it. I always liked the idea of, being in the ring and all the emotions, when I first did it, when I first sparred somebody, everything, the adrenaline, the nerves, I liked all of that. And I don't know, to this day, it's something that I love. I love it. It's something.
Yeah, I think boxing, the reason why I love boxing so much, because I have, like, a hardcore passion for it. But it's not like just, the fights. I really enjoy, like, learning about you guys, and I really enjoy, like, the things that you guys go through as fighters, like training camp. Like, I'm sure, like, the public sees, like, a cute little video, like your little vlog, they're like, oh, it's so cute. But they have no idea, like, you guys are freaking starving and, like,
Yeah,
working your guys' bones, Like, it's
yeah,
so difficult, and to me, it's like, I feel like you guys are like, I don't understand how you guys put your body through what you guys are doing. Like, I'm trying to lose weight. It's been, like, years. Like, I'm trying, like, I can't. It just is not happening. But you guys can lose. I think I seen a fighter lose, like, 16 pounds, in like, one day for weigh-ins.
yeah, yeah,
I was like,
yeah. I mean, it
can you
gets
give me that?
crazy.
Yeah,
Uh,
you guys are. I've seen crazy things that y'all do, and still get up there and kick ass. That's the crazy part, because you guys' adrenaline kicks in and you guys just, like, I don't know what goes on in your guys' head to make it, I mean, but it's worth it, because afterwards, after those couple of rounds, like, everything's changed in your life for just the
y-
work that you've done and put in,
yeah,
which
yeah, of
I
course.
really appreciate in boxing, is that about you guys, is that you guys are nobody knows the dedication it takes for boxing.
Yeah,
So
it's tough.
it's good that you're so young too, just,
Yeah,
like, fresh.
yeah,
And
fresh.
your dad and your uncle are your trainers,
Just my dad. My uncle, he helped in that fight. He worked my corner, but my dad's mainly my coach.
and
He's
he started training you since you were young, since you were
yeah,
little.
yeah. He's been my only coach here since all my life. He's been my coach.
Yeah. And I thought you didn't start at welter, right?
No, I started at 140, super lightweight.
Super lightweight.
Yeah,
At 147 now, you feel like that's your spot? Or, I
yeah,
mean, you're 19, so you could grow, I'm sure.
yeah. I'm sure I'm gonna grow into more
You're
divisions.
tall, you're
Yeah,
tall, you have a good reach. So I think I mean, I'm sure you're gonna. You can be like a Canelo eventually, you know?
Yeah, yeah. That's the plan. Go up and wait. But
Right?
as of right now, 47 suits me best.
Who in your division do you think is the most feared?
Right now, Terrence Crawford is probably the most feared. Terrence
And
Crawford, and I think he might be the best one. Errol Spence is up there with him, but I don't know. I give the edge to Terrence Crawford.
you know, it's really it bugs me in the media to see that people like slag off Terrence Crawford, you know, for they have I don't know if they don't understand. Like
Yeah,
can I shake you? Like Bud Crawford is the real deal, you know? And
yeah,
it's so exciting. So it must be so exciting for you to get to train with him and be in camp with him and have him as a stablemate. That must be exciting.
yeah. It is exciting, but it's a lot of hard work. It's kind of like you got to stay up there with him because he's working so hard, and it's where I want to be. I want to be where he's at eventually. So it motivates me to work as hard as he does. So every time we're in camp, it's strictly hard work.
It's good that's like you're keeping like the champion mindset, you know, because you're in camp with real champions, with actual guys that have already climbed the ladder, and they're teaching you at 19, you know, what they're doing at 30. So that's really good for you and your ring IQ. And I can only imagine like how much better you're gonna get. Like,
Yeah, yeah, it's
oh
it's helped me out right a lot. These past few training camps, I feel like I've grown, and I grow a lot. Each training camp it's something new, and I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed the growth, and I think a lot of fans are enjoying it as well.
are you is this the first training camp that you worked with Terrence Crawford?
No, I've
No,
worked three training camps already with him, way back in
three
September. Yeah,
since last year.
yeah, since last year. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was watching your vlog and I was laughing so hard because I have only had one COVID test, I think. And I was like, I wonder I saw you getting the COVID test and I was like, oh my God, I wonder how many COVID tests that kid has had. Like, I can only imagine you fought last year multiple times and then you're already
Yeah.
fighting this year. So how many COVID tests have you had?
I can't even keep count. Those were like two times a week in training camp, the ones that I did in my vlog, and then once you get to LA and before you go in the bubble, you get another test. It's crazy. I've done it so many times now.
I can't, oh my gosh, I had one and it's so, oh God, it's so gross. I couldn't take it.
It's
Um,
horrible.
Was this the first time that you ever had a training camp, or these last three training camps that you had with Crawford in the snow?
Yeah, the past two, the past two have been in the snow, and me
Do
being from Arizona, that was something extremely new.
That's what I was gonna say. From Arizona, do you guys even have snow where you're from? Because I know very seldom places that do have snow, but I mean, where I'm from too, we don't in California and LA here, we don't get snow. So
Yeah.
know that, and I was like, "Oh, did that have any?" I mean, obviously, it didn't hinder your training at all, but did it have like an impact on your body or like any changes that you had to go through getting into that snow?
Yeah, yeah, it was tough. I mean, we had to run several times, in snow, and it was just cold, extremely cold. That had some, here I'm used to running and just sweating a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Out there, nothing. My uncle, he has a beard, and at the end of the run, he had ice all over his beard. It was just crazy. It was super cold. It would
Oh,
hurt.
yeah, I can only imagine. I'm pretty sure just here, I think we were like 50 degrees yesterday and I thought I was gonna freeze. And and I thought like, oh my gosh, I literally don't think I can feel like below my knees. Like my legs are numbing slowly. So I couldn't imagine running out there or exercising and your body's trying to sweat, but it's not going to.
Yes, no, no,
Oh,
yeah, it was rough. Yeah,
and then you guys got that. And then I'm sure when you're taking the clothes off, they're like that cold sweat, that funky,
yeah.
like icky. Oh gosh, that's so good. I'm looking to see if, I remember somebody had asked me a question to ask you. Oh, I know. Somebody asked me if for your next fight, which is in April, correct?
Yeah, April.
If you knew who your opponent was. Of course you do.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
and when do you think you'll be able to let us know, or will PBC be letting us
Um,
let
I,
that
there,
under?
there's a couple sources now that have said the name, so I don't think there's a problem. April 24th against Javier Molina, the ex Olympian.
Nice. And I mean, I don't want to we don't want to give anything away. Like I'm sure is there any other preparations that you might do for this fight that you haven't done for other fights, knowing that he's an Olympian previously, and this fighter is somebody that people know, and that people are like, okay, wait a minute, this is gonna be a fight. Like, I mean, and people are really excited about your next fight. Like, I mean, as soon as I saw it, I think it was like 2 minutes. I was like, boop, I'm gonna interview him. Yep.
Yeah,
Like, I was really because people are real excited, for your next fight, and then it being on the undercard, of course, of Andy Ruiz, right?
yeah, and then the card Randy Ruiz. Honestly, I feel like our preparations that we do each time, they're not preparations for, my opponents. We're always, getting ready for bigger things. I feel like, you know, due to, I'm sparring Terrence Crawford, Maurice Hooker, all these guys, so my preparation is always high level. And I feel like as long as we keep doing that, we keep improving each time, working on different things. I think April 24th is going to be no different than my other previous fights. And like you said, everyone's excited about this fight. Me myself, I'm excited. Because I know what I can do. I know the talent that I have. I just feel like I need to demonstrate it, and I think this fight's gonna help me, do that.
Yeah, I feel like each fight that you have, your name is growing a little bit, and I mean, you're only 19, and of course you're only 15-0, still a up and coming prospect. But the fact that your name is getting so known so quickly, it's really exciting because it's hard for fighters. I know here in LA we have tons and tons of fighters, and it's very difficult to get your name out there and keep it there once you get it there. But with your consistency of knockouts, I'm
Yeah.
you know, we're not having a problem here.
Yeah.
What is I heard you said you wanted to be a champion by next year. So does that mean that we're working towards that this year, and then hopefully we'll get a fight at the end of the year? Or do you think, what are you looking
Um,
for? Or what are
I'm
you kind
the
of planning?
plan. The plan is to be a champion at 21. So I have all of this year and all of next year eventually. Um, so it is this year is, I think, the most important one. I think this year's where we have to step it up in competition as we're going to do. In April. Stepping it up in competition against bigger names, guys with names. Like Javier Molina. He's been in there with a lot of good fighters. Ben Pedraza and all of those guys. So I think that's a big step up for me, and I think it's gonna. I think with that fight, I can earn respect. Of a lot of people, and that's the goal. That's the goal for this year. Earn the respect. Because right now people are demanding that. People are demanding that I step up in competition, and I'm so young. But people who want to see that, they're demanding that I fight someone better. So that's what we're going to give them. That way, eventually, they'll believe in me for a world title shot, and
Right,
I
right,
can get
yeah.
that. I can get that opportunity.
It's almost like a double-edged sword, being popular. Like, yes, you're getting known, and but then there's also tons and tons of critics that are gonna come at you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's a difficult. Boxing is such a difficult sport to break through in anything. Like, even doing the media stuff that I do, there's so much backlash because everything is based on your own opinion, and everyone has an opinion.
yeah,
So it's like, yeah, you're getting popular and your name is out there, but then also people are going to be telling you, yes, we want you to step up competition. And you're like, whoa, I'm like 14, 15 fights in, like, chill.
yeah,
I get it. But at the same time, we're like, wait a minute, excuse me. Because I don't, people don't see, boxing fans don't see normally, like the first at least 20 fights that fighters go through before they get any kind of name, unless
Yeah,
they're famous. So it's kind of hard for these. They see you in there and they're like, okay, well, next fight we want you to fight somebody better and better
yeah,
and better. And it's like, well, that's not always the option in boxing, unfortunately, because it's a business still, you know?
yeah, yeah. It's the business, but luckily
Which,
right now we can't step up in competition. We're given that opportunity, so luckily we can demonstrate, what our talent is, what we're made of, and I think it's gonna be a good fight for me, April 24th.
yeah, I'm really excited. So, April 24th, you said?
Yeah,
Are you
that's the
gonna
day.
stay, are you gonna stay training in Colorado?
Yeah, yeah. We're only a week out here in Arizona, staying out here a week, and then probably heading back next week to Colorado. Jamal Herring's got a fight too with Frampton, so we'll be joining his camp. And
Mm,
then, Maurice Hooker still has a couple weeks left for his Virgil Ortiz fight, so they'll still be out there
mhm.
and get some good work.
Yeah, that's exciting that all of you guys have big fights and you guys are all training together. Is there anything that they you feel like they have taught you like personally, um, like to help your career along?
They taught me a lot of things, they have their nutritionist, and that was very important to me because, like you said, we go through a lot in the weight cut, and I never took into consideration any of that. So, now we're working with the nutritionist, and they work the 7 days out of the week. We used to train, Monday through Friday, the occasional Saturday, and then take Sunday off.
Mhm.
But the real champs, they're training every day, and I've learned that from them too. We train on Saturdays and Sundays. I mean, Sundays is our rest day, but we do something light.
Yeah,
Out in Colorado Springs, they have an incline where there's just like 2,000 steps up. I mean, it's difficult. It's real hard. So we do it, and we're walking, and it's a workout, and but I mean, we're staying active the whole 7 days out of the week. So that's the biggest part I learned from them.
that's such a big part of boxing also that people don't understand or see, is that like you guys the even fighters from other countries, because our promotion is Filipino, and so we have the Filipino fighters that come in, and they don't see strength and conditioning coaches because they don't have that where they're from.
Yeah,
They don't have nutritionists. They don't have cryotherapy. They don't have these things, but they're so vital. They're
they
so
are.
vital. They, as the sport is now, those things are so vital. And if you don't have the money or the sponsors to have those things, it's really hard. But those things, I don't think people understand how much those are needed, because that's something that I learned too. I learned about the strength and conditioning coaches. We had to learn about how to feed them, because just they're eating rice constantly, and it's
Yeah,
like the worst thing they can eat because their stamina doesn't last. It's like, no, we have to teach you like what other things to add to your meal, so to
yeah,
supplement for the things that are going out and the amount of energy that you have to put out, it's
yeah,
it's it really is, like, for me, the name I came up with, the beauty of boxing, like, it really is, that's the beauty part for me. That's the thing, that's what I like, is learning about all that stuff. And because I mean, there's so many things that can help your guys' bodies move, dude. What do you guys have, like, the cupping now too? There's,
yeah.
like, cupping,
Cupping.
you guys can do, like, I don't know, acupuncture, I don't know, there's so many things, there's so much stuff,
Yeah,
and it helps. It
it
really
does.
does. It's
Makes a
crazy.
huge impact. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I said before them, I would cut uh 10, 12 pounds in a week, and it was really bad. It was dehydrating. I
Yeah,
wasn't eating for 2 days, not drinking water, and with them, I'm drinking water all the way up to weigh-ins and eating, even before weigh-ins, I'm having breakfast, and it's something different. But knowing that and working with them, I've grown a lot as a fighter.
that's good. I'm really excited to see you. One last question. What champion in your division would you want to be?
Uh, uh, I've said it a lot of times, and I think it's Yerdenis Ugas, and that's the only reason why. I want to fight everybody. I want to
Right.
fight all champions eventually, and become the man at 147. But I think the most important name right now is Ugas, and that is because the fact that he beat my uncle. I kind of want revenge, eye for an
Right.
eye.
It's in the blood. It's in the blood, right?
Yeah, it's in the blood. Yeah,
Good. I mean, that's exciting and that's good to know. So we can, pump that one up a little bit on Twitter and
yeah,
Instagram. And I love
yeah,
Gus. I really do like him a lot too. So I think that'll be an exciting fight. And I'm sure he obviously has the title that you want, right? So
yeah, yeah.
good. Let's
Exactly. He's a
build up.
champion. And I respect him too. I respect him. He's when he fought my uncle, he was extremely respectful. Him and his camp, and I mean he's a great guy. But it's business, and I want that belt, so I have to work for that belt, and hopefully it'll happen next year.
I'm super excited. So we'll see you on April 25th on PBC with Fox. So excited.
Yes,
That's the undercard of Andy Ruiz and Chris Ariola. So thank you so much for coming on and chatting with me. I'm sure we'll catch up after next fight or a couple fights and see how you're doing. But really, best of all the luck, to you.
thank you,
And thank you for giving me the time today.
thank you, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Appreciate
Any
the
sponsors
support.
or anybody you want to shout out to before we go?
Just shout out to PBC. They're doing a real great job with me. Kaizen Collision Center, that's the main sponsor. And other than that, I just want to thank my team and everybody that's helped support me to this journey.
Thank you. Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
We'll see you guys later.